grow as a grower? Are you tired of being put to sleep by your educational growcasts? Are you tired of hearing about products you don't fucking want and can't afford? Hi, I'm Johnny Apple, and joining me is everyone's favorite amphibian, the Reverend Pirate Frog. Join us as we sift through the bullshit on the internet and try to get better as growers. This is your average grow.
I'm reading through the chat here, guys, and I'll be honest with you, chat. I'm disappointed in you, and I'm speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for anyone else on this panel, but I'm disappointed in the chat. I'm disappointed in the chat because we got two guys here that are making changes in the cannabis space, and you guys are talking bullshit and fucking bullshit upon bullshit in the chat, all right? These genetics have been tested, number one, and I don't give a fuck if I'm putting my reputation on the line right now, but I'm willing to do it, and I'm looking directly in the camera. There's a lot of you fuckers out there trying to ruin a good thing, and I'm sorry, guys, for speaking on this. I apologize. Listen, these genetics have been tested. We got 12 herms out of 6,000. People out there talking about bullshit of people making money and making money. They're in business of making genetics and selling seeds, which comes with making money, guys, all right? So get your head out your ass there, all right? The refund thing, we're going to touch on that. But you're all being disrespectful, and you're being fucking weasels. I'm going to get off this live if this doesn't change, boys. Can we get to the refund shit? Are we going to refund these people that have herms? Hey, dude.
Hey man, what's up?
Hey, thanks for joining me on YAG, home of the weasels. Just another one of you and I hanging out.
Yeah man, I'm glad to be here. It's been a bit since it's been just you and I.
I know. We don't get enough alone time, quite frankly.
Yeah, it happens.
It is okay. But you've got so much fucking amazing shit going on. I kind of want to start in the most obvious and talk chickens. Is that okay? Do you want to open straight with chickens, or should we do some actual... Let's talk gardens first.
Yeah, let's talk gardens before we lose everybody.
I know, and they get completely... They're like, God damn you, I can't even do 4 seconds of fucking girl talk. You're right. Okay.
What are you growing chickens now? What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. That doesn't count. No. We can start with me. Mine's super simple. I have harvested everything. I finally saw some amber on the tangy, so I chopped everything I had in my tents, and they're drying now, man. I'm on like day 3. And because I live in Southern California and I have to run a portable AC to keep my room right, I got it right, man. It's just 60 right now. It's like 61, 61 back and forth between, you know.
Nice.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, dude.
I've decided on what I'm growing next, partially. So, having said that, I think I'm still deciding on one. So I've got plenty of time. I got 2 weeks before I can plant, so it's nothing official. So I'm pretty boring.
Right on. What is your plans thus far? What is set in stone?
So I know that no, that was silly. Frogception version 2. Mr. Judas in our Discord, shout out. He's a super cool dude. He was like, hey, I want to grow it, and decided that we'd do V2. So that kind of spiraled into anyone who bought the box set. I was like, hey man, I'm growing Frogception next. Let's do like a grow together, but open up to anything frog related because I'm a vain motherfucker, dude. So
nice. A frog along.
Yeah, I got cool enough friends that, you know, name strains inspired by me and such, that it's a pretty decent sized competition and open thing. So it's not really a competition. I don't know. I said that. It's just a fun grow together.
Sweet.
But it's frog themed. So it's like fucking little me's dream.
Right on, man. I like it.
Yeah, but I think with Night Owl, I'm going to do Cosmic Apprentice, because both BGG and Alabrije put their vote there. I've wanted to run it, but I got sidetracked with some other stuff like 2 or 3 runs ago. So I think I'm going to finally do Cosmic Apprentice. And so that'll be the 1 2x4 tent. And then in my Alabrije tent, I am doing the West Coast Tucadillo, which is I'm testing something that's coming out for his. I don't want to give away too much of his stuff, but I'm sure I'll
Why
have
not?
more details when we're gonna have him on here soon enough too. So, well, I'll just badger him then.
Cool. Right on, man. Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But that is all me covered. So let's get
Right
to
on.
your garden because you
Would
have
so
some.
you don't have anything planned for solo cups then?
No, that's the ones I haven't decided yet. I've got
Gotcha.
yeah. I started realizing I was like, well, no, I know what the main three are, right? I will say that I do plan because this episode is coming out on my birthday. Hopefully I will have upgraded my 2x3 to a 2x4 on my birthday, right? Like maybe I finally do that. So I'll also be adding another plant somehow. So that's all. That'll be a fun episode in the future once it passed and I got to go to Arizona like right after my birthday. So
Oh,
I've got
jeez.
yeah, it's fun stuff. But that's all me covered. So we got the solo cups to come and the other plant. One other thing, I feel like I'm word vomiting all over you. I got comfrey and toothache plant today shipped to me. So
All
I got those
right.
planted. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
Fuck yeah. What's the toothache plant is literally named toothache plant?
Yeah, I don't know the Latin name for it, but it is quite literally just called toothache plant. Yeah,
So what do
we've
you do
always
with
wanted
it?
to go. You chew on it and it numbs your mouth and creates a lot of like saliva. I think that the Latin name has something to do with creating a lot of saliva, but it's supposed to numb and make your toothache pain go away. And you can do people make like tinctures with it and you can dry it and you grind it and have it basically mixed with water and apply to your gums and such. So that helps
Like
because I
make
got
like a
such shit
paste?
teeth. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, anything that'll give you toothache pain is a fucking bonus, right?
Yeah, I know well, toothache relief, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Anything that gives you
Anything
toothache
that
pain,
gives
yeah.
you pain is not a bonus, no. That
Yeah,
would
I'm
fucking
not some
suck.
kind of fucking psychopath.
No,
But
I think mint helps with that too, like spearmint if you chew on the spearmint leaves.
yeah. Yeah, and it's pretty interesting because they say like the little yellow flowers, and those are much like other substances and other plants that we take or it grow. It's like certain like the heads have more of the substance that you want versus the leaves. It's really interesting. So they recommend like try and pick this many flowers for this tincture. It's pretty cool
Right.
stuff.
Right.
I'm sure I'll
I've
find a way to fuck it up though. So.
nah. And with the comfrey does what then?
Comfrey is really, really good for growing, right? So it's like it's a deep miner with its root system, so it gets a lot of like the nutrients and soil. Like if you're planting it in ground, that's ideal. What it would do is it get down really deep in the soil and pull up nutrients that other plants couldn't get, and then you can chop it and drop it and kind of recycle, like not recycle, but pull up deep from your soil.
Got
Um,
it.
I'm growing it in a container, so I'm not necessarily getting that benefit of maintaining like my in-ground bed forever, but it's very nutrient rich, so you can chop it and then ferment it, which is my plan, and use it as a fertilizer. So it's only being grown so that I can turn around and use it indoors.
And that's something you get from cut. It's not something you get from seed.
You can grow it from seed. I have not found any seed near me at any of the places that I check, and I haven't been looking
Gotcha.
often. Right, so I got it with the toothache plant and then the thing because I was just like, hell yeah, man, I'll
Because
try
I'm
this.
thinking like, so I've got so much potting soil technically in my raised beds that's fucking 4 foot, maybe 2 foot high, but rainwater just washes it all the way down. You know what I mean? So it's
hmm
pushing all my nutrients down even lower in the ground. I didn't put anything beneath and
You
try and
should
keep
for
it in.
sure grow comfrey because you would use it indoors a lot, and especially with your big beds, dude. Like that shit you could just chop it out. Well, I don't know how. It depends on how clean outdoors was, right? But theoretically, you could chop it and just drop it in your big beds, depending on how much you trust going outdoor to in, right? We always know how
Right.
iffy that is.
Or
But
feed it to
in
the
the
worms.
meantime, Exactly. In the meantime, you can feed it the worms to supercharge your worm bin, or you can ferment it down. There's recipes where you just put it in a bucket of water and let it ferment, for a couple weeks. And that's just great shit to put in your bed. So I think you should do it in general, just for your outdoor stuff.
I'm with it. I'm gonna fucking find some. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. You know who's kicking ass with it right now? And he never gets mentioned on YAG, but Howling.
Howling,
Howling
yeah.
has a giant container of it out that I think he's fermenting it now too. He pulled out his fucking old brewing shit, like Mr. Fancy Pants.
Look at him go.
Yeah, but I've talked enough.
Bucket with an airlock lid.
Yeah, I know. Okay. I've talked enough. I have spoken all my words, brother. So tell me about your garden.
Oh shit, man. So, well, I got some. Let's start with the outdoors, of course, because my strawberries, man. I got like these. I don't even know what the hell kind of invasive species this fucking thing is, but it grows like a weed, and it got into my strawberries because it just grows. If you don't mow it over, it just keeps spreading and growing and spreading and growing. It's all over my yard in little patches. Well, it got into my strawberries, and it was growing taller than my strawberries, and the strawberries were losing the fight. I was hoping that like strawberries would win, grow taller, shade these things out. These things would die. Yeah, these things were growing faster than the strawberries. And of course, the richest soil that they have, because I, fertilize my strawberries.
Take care of the strawberry, yeah. You supercharge that weed, dude.
So the weeds got supercharged, which makes it hard too, because the strawberry patch is so thick. I can't like cut this fucking weed and just like throw it back into the strawberries. It's like, I'm fucking losing everything these things just ate on me, peckerheads.
Yeah, dude. And if you cut the wrong thing, you're cutting strawberry, and you're just like,
yeah. So I'm out there in a 10x10 strawberry patch, fucking hands and knees, pulling these weeds out, but they're looking good.
Good, dude.
Healthy, really healthy looking, the strawberries underneath them. So, I think we'll have another good year. We're starting to see some fruiting flowers coming up. So
hell yeah,
they're a June bearing flower. So
yeah, I was gonna say you got pretty prolific last year. I think I remember all the overflowing like buckets I saw for your.
Yeah, I think we ended up with like fucking 27 pint jars of strawberry jam.
Hell yeah, dude. That's some good shit.
And that was the second year in that strawberry patch too, because the first year it was 9 strawberry starts in a 10x10 bed, and there was no strawberries off it. It was I cut all the strawberry pods and let them focus on stretching. So by year 2, they had filled out the entire 10x10 bed and just fucking cloning themselves.
Yeah, man, it's a pretty sight too.
Yeah, it's fun, fucking and rewarding, man. Fucking nice warm June fucking red strawberry fresh off the vine, and just fucking get home from work and eat a fresh fucking strawberry. It's the greatest, dude. It is absolutely.
Oh yeah, man.
But
wonderful. So you got the strawberry patch.
Yep. And then I planted like fucking 12 garlic. I seen Strong Island plant garlic and fucking like, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks ago. I was like, fuck, you can plant it in the spring. He's like, yeah, it just won't be as big as if when you plant it in the fall. I was like, oh shit, I'm fucking doing it right now. So I went out and I had already had garlic hanging in my on my porch from my uncle, and it already like had little green fucking growths because it was outside hanging the whole winter. So it like when it started getting warm and stuff out, it started to fucking naturally start. I was like, oh fuck yeah. So I planted those things, and I've got 12 great looking micro sized garlic pods. But
hell yeah, dude.
This year I'll definitely make sure to get them out in the fall, because they'll be bigger. But my uncle has had this from the Syracuse area since I think he told me 2009 or 1999.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, 1999, I think he told me he got this elephant garlic from, and he's been keeping it in his garlic patch since then. So it's been around for a long time.
Well, now you can't let it go bad. You got to keep it up.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I got some horseradish from him too. That thing grows fucking bigger every year. I've never harvested it, but it's been like 4 years I've had that big ass horseradish.
Yeah, and man, then I can't do horseradish. Spearmint.
And then that pumpkin is raging, dude.
Yeah, I want to. Okay,
it's actually slowed down because it's getting cold.
Is it? Because you guys, did
so
you
it's
have
like,
rain recently?
fuck, I wish. It's raining the past couple days, but it's been like not really enough. It's just enough where you can't really work in it, but it's not really fucking good saturating.
Staying,
It's like
yeah.
it'll rain for an hour and piss you off, and you go out there, everything's wet and muddy and gross, and then fucking it'll rain for another hour. It's like, oh, would you just fucking rain for a couple days and just get
I
everything
need that.
fucking
Yeah,
nice and
I
So,
gotcha.
but and then I realized I drove away from the pumpkin this morning, and in the morning it's not getting sun, so it makes sense that it's starting to slow down. So I'm really hoping that I start to get some runners to bring the runners out into the sun and keep the fruit in the shade like that in the morning. I think I'm onto something. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. I love the leaves on it. And you don't have any
Huge.
PM yet?
Nope.
Yeah, that's good, dude. Every time
Nope.
I plant a pumpkin, fucking PM, it's like waiting. It
Sitting
just
there waiting
waits.
for it.
Yeah, it's just fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I
awesome,
haven't
man.
had enough moisture around, so maybe that's the thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I'll check on him tomorrow because it's been rainy the past couple days, so I'll get him and I'll check on her.
There you go. I
No,
shouldn't
no
have said
sort of
anything
fruit
then.
on that or anything yet, so it's still super early. I mean,
It
everything's
is very
super early.
early.
My whole garden, so I've got like tomatoes. They're not really growing the greatest. They're kind of fucking slow. I put everything out like a week earlier because it was supposed to be May 5th, and then I was looking at the weather and I was like, yeah, it's not gonna frost. So I put everything out super early, and they did not like it. They're not
At all.
dead. They're not
They're
dead.
just slow.
They're just not happy. And I might have lost the loofah I was growing too from Alabrije. I don't know. She's not happy. So
I've planted not Alabrije loofah or anything, but I've planted loofah several occasions, and I have not had any fucking luck with it, man.
it's weird. It's like, I don't know. It did not like the transplant.
Yeah,
It
I
was
don't know
growing
enough.
really well inside and war. I might have to direct sow a couple new seeds outside and see what it does.
Yeah, they might not like being transplanted at all.
It might not. It might be they were like too early. It could be a direct sow, kind of like a cucumber. I know they do better in direct sow sometimes, but
yeah, there's a couple. I mean, especially if anything that has like a root that you eat, right? You don't want to fucking be transplanting something like that. But yeah, I just wish I could successfully grow loofah. So anytime I see someone doing it, I kind of watch it and like, okay, I want to see it come to fruition because I ain't.
yeah. I ain't either. I'm gonna try again though.
That's good.
I got some cabbage. They're looking okay. The broccoli looks like it's growing, getting some good growth. I think I got Japanese cucumbers this year. I half expected my own cucumbers to come up through the bed again because they always do, because I let cucumbers rot in the bed. And I'm not seeing that this year so far. We'll see what happens. The Japanese cucumbers look okay. So I'm definitely gonna have those. So if I end up having to pickle Japanese cucumbers instead of like my pickling cukes, then so be it.
Yeah, I wonder. As someone who super enjoys pickles, I wonder the difference. To me, it's all the same.
Yeah, I know your love for pickles. But then no, so and then the only other thing I got my fucking apple trees, dude.
Oh shit, yeah, dude.
Yeah, I got 4 apple trees for my 40th birthday from my lady. So I've got some Arkansas black something or other, Cortland, a Granny Smith, of course.
God damn it.
And a Honeycrisp.
Oh, okay. So you've got. I've never heard of that Oklahoma or Alabama black or whatever. I've never heard.
Yeah, I've never heard of it either. My dad got it because she had asked him, and he was gonna get a fucking Red Delicious, and she's like, "I will fucking murder you myself."
We do not want more of those in this world. What are you doing?
No, get rid of the Red Delicious.
I know.
Man.
I don't want to. I don't want to take
boring
that
big apple.
Can you imagine how pissed he would be off in 5 years after all the hard work? You eat the apple to Red Delicious. He'd be like, "God damn it! Now I got to chop it down."
Oh shit! How boring was that? I thought your
But yeah,
homegrown
that's
apples
awesome.
were supposed to taste better.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So you've got it. How did you plan it? Did you plant them in a line, or did you do something special?
So I think I might have messed up. I might have planted them too far away from one another. We'll see. But I kind of scattered them out in what made sense in the way the flow of my yard is working right now. So it's going to be kind of like along a path, like a walkway. So I got two
Oh,
that are
that's cool,
planted
dude.
around by my sidewalk as it is right now, and then I've got two kind of out by the garden path walkway. They're a little bit far apart, but it was like, this is what makes sense for my plumbing that's underground and electrical that's underground. So,
Well, that's
and not,
really cool, man.
and never having to fucking tear them up. So I planted
Yeah,
them as close as I could get together with the space that I had and know that I'm never going to have to fucking dig that spot up.
that's really cool.
So,
I think it'll work out. And if not, well, the solution is you just got to buy more trees, right?
yeah,
Yeah. What a terrible solution that would be.
darn it. I got to put more trees in the
I got
mist.
to put more trees. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome,
So,
man. I dig that.
I don't plan on having these big ass apple trees. I got an acre, so I'm
Of
gonna
course.
train these things to have like they're semi dwarf apple trees. So I'm gonna like dwarf these semi dwarfs,
Oh, how cool, dude. So how you kind of have an idea of the shape you want? Are you going like traditional
like
kind of
traditional weeping
yeah.
kind of deal. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
that's fucking sick. I think that'll look really cool.
Should. I'm hoping it'll be fun. And
For your
then
40th, dude. You
the
owe me like
yeah,
120 more years, so we should be able to taste an apple at some point.
yeah, right. Apparently
Not that
you
Granny
don't
Smith though.
see fruit for at least 3 years.
Yeah, they take a while. Like with all
Yeah.
things, dude, because I always think that too. Like my sister bought a cherry tree for my nephew who just loves them, and he finally got the tree that he wanted. And he was disappointed that it takes a while to see fruit. And
Uh-huh.
I was like,
Yeah.
"You want cherries now? Go to the store, man." But it is very funny because I think it keeps a lot of people from getting them because they're like, "I
Uh-huh.
want a lemon tree," and they're like, "Okay, you're gonna not get a lemon for a little while, but when
Right.
you do, you'll have too many." But yeah,
And
it
you'd
is.
be like, oh, what the fuck do I do with all these lemons at once?
Except why
Right.
do I have so fucking
Hmm.
many? You can never
Hmm.
have too many lemons because at the very end of the day, you can always throw them at people. So it's just ammunition, right?
That's a unique use for a lemon. It's weird that you went there.
Can you imagine if you were having a bad day and some motherfucker hit you upside the head with a lemon? I think that would be enough to throw you off the like. God damn it, getting lemon
Oh,
attacked by
shit.
motherfuckers out here.
I got
Okay,
thrown off by an old lady fucking holding up the bus, getting her fucking 3-year-old off the goddamn kindergarten bus. It was like, it's a small, quiet little fucking quaint, quiet, neighborhood watch fucking village kind of deal. And she's sitting there for 5 fucking minutes talking to the bus driver, sees me waiting. I give one little toot. She pulls her head back, looks at me, and puts her head back in the fucking trucks and proceeds to talk for another 3 minutes. It's like, bitch, you're the reason people murder motherfuckers. You know that?
you're Johnny. And at that moment, those kids were in danger. No, that's funny. No, I love the like when people are being rude and you point it out and they're like, "I'm gonna double down on being rude." It's like, but
Mm-hmm. Sure.
you could
Shit.
just not.
Yeah. It's like, look, I have a job. I'm making money. I'm not trying to get home. It's 11 o'clock in the fucking morning. Move out of the
Yeah.
way. People are in their fucking vehicles in the middle of the fucking day because they're fucking 90 years old. And whatever. I'm over it. Anyways,
Sounds like you're over it. No,
I
I'm just kidding.
digress. I digress.
No, no. But I was gonna say there is something super important personally. Since I just chopped my tangy, I'm feeling a lack of tangy, right? I mean, she's literally just drying, and I could go look at her any minute. But tell me about your tangy, my friend.
So I am not lacking tangy. I just have to go to the dry tent and get her every time I want to fucking
Okay,
take a hit
fuck
of
you.
her.
I don't what I don't
Um,
what kind of comment is I try and set you up to talk about your wonderful bed and you just hit me right in
I'm
the
getting
dick.
there. Yep,
You son of
I'm
a
getting
bitch.
there.
Right on. I support it.
So I'm stashed up and I'm hoping that I'm smoking just enough of her that by the time I get to harvesting the 4 that I got now, they're gonna be good. In honesty, Lee, I haven't opened the tent in probably 3-4 days.
Oh shit.
Nah, probably 2 or 3. So I'm sure the big bed, they're going to need a train. I've already dropped the scrog net down. I'm going to use a net on them. It's
Oh,
just
hell
easy in the
yeah.
4x4. It just drops it right down too easy. And I broke the one in my earth box. I was
You broke.
bending, I was bending the top over, and I was trying to super crop her. I didn't tenderize her enough, and she snapped.
Oof.
Yeah, right
You
in
know what,
half.
though?
But she
When
didn't
you did
die.
that, did you just go, fucking thank God it's a photo?
Yeah, 100%. I
Yeah.
was like, this was unfortunate, but
At least I'm not fucking punching holes in the wall.
yeah, I'm not going
So what's
mad
your
over
plan now?
I don't know, because last time I looked, she was still growing on it. It didn't she just kind of went bleh and limped over and then curled back up, but like the branch is almost 180 degrees to what it should be, but she's curling back up and growing. So it was, I guess it did what it was trying to fucking do.
Yeah, how interesting, man.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'll check and see what I got to do there. But I had not filled the reservoir because she was big enough when I transplanted. She was like, I don't know, 3 weeks old. So I had a little bit of water. And then when she got down there and that dried up, I was like, cool, I'll give her another, I don't know, half gallon, something like that. I just poured the water, squirted the garden hose down there. And then a couple days later, and I looked and nothing, and it was gone. So I gave her a good like gallon and a half. So I probably should look now, because it's probably been a couple days since I've done that. So she might have drank that.
Yeah, I mean, that's
I
good
did have
news,
to
though.
move, so I've been using the Eco Wits. I hadn't been paying attention to them because I didn't have anything growing, and I think towards the end of my last grow, it was like, they're in flower, they're fucking and then the electrical issues. So I was just planning on keeping everybody alive, and fucking it was just a mess. So now that everything is kind of run smoothly again, I'm able to pay attention to those Eco Wits, and I've had to readjust them, but the soil's looking good, which is why I knew I didn't have to water for a couple of days, because I was paying attention to those.
That's right. You still have when it starts going down to like how low does it get when you
So I
realize,
like to
oh
keep
shit?
them around 45% is
Okay.
what I'm seeing is a good number for me. Like, they seem to maintain that level. It's a good, the plants look good. The soil moisture looks good.
Right on.
It's not overly saturated running out the bottom kind of deal. So that's my ideal. It seems like in both ends. That's why I have to like move and readjust the depth of the meter when I know I'm perfectly what I like to see in moisture. You know what I mean? So I
Right on.
move
Yeah.
that and see what that reading is, and then kind of go from there. Howling actually gave me that tip. He like recommended like every grow is different, but once you get it dialed into like what you like to see, then you just pay attention to that number. And
That dude should be on
I
the
just like to
podcast.
use one number and then move the meter till I'm seeing that number. It's same fucking 6 1 half dozen the other.
Now, that's it sounds awesome. What's the lowest you've seen it you go? Not like you've seen it go because of you didn't get a chance to water it, but what do you comfortably, when you look at it, you see a number, you're like, all right, I'll water it when I get home.
Like 42, 40, somewhere in there.
Right on.
Yeah.
So it's not a dramatic drop, massive change, which you wouldn't want anyway.
Nope.
But how many days do you get those, let's say those 2 percentage points?
That depends on
All
what
depends the
stage
plant,
of
right?
growth everybody is at. Yep. Yeah. So like, fuck, man, in flower, like the big photo period in the 2x4, one of those was going through fucking 2 gallons of water every other day.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
So, I mean,
I think my record in an earth box, and because every 2 gallons I still think the record is every 2 days, right? So every other day I'm putting 2 gallons down when it's in flower. I don't think I'm pretty sure that it's drinking it much quicker than that, but I refuse to check the day after just on principle alone,
Right.
right? So
Right.
so it is really interesting. In a big bed, you would think that I mean, you should effectively get slightly longer because the bed is so
So
big.
it depends on if you're matching the plant with what I have. I was finding, so I was running 10% to 15% every other day in flour
Yeah.
if I'm filling up the bed. So that's, I mean, 3.5, 4 gallons every other
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, I mean that's 2 gallons a day, and it all
Yeah.
could yeah, you could get one real thirsty plant. That's a really cool thing about big bed stuff, and I could nerd out about that forever, so we're not gonna let me. But back to the scroggy tanging, the scrogging of the tangy.
Yep.
Um, what are you seeing that you like so far? It's all the leaf structure, right? That made you pick your
Definitely the leaf
choices.
structure. So of the 8 seeds that I had during this hunt, I chose the 4 that most represent tangy to me from what I've seen in her autoflower traits during veg. So her leaf structure, the way she stretches, grows, etc. So I chose the 4 that represented that and then sent him with the 4 that what I thought least represented that. So my dad is growing the other 4 of the 8. And man, they're looking good too. He's doing a really good job too setting
Hell
them up.
yeah.
He actually got some mushroom compost from one of the local fucking garden centers, and he used that to top dress his bed with some craft blend.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
How do you like it?
he said the fucking plants love it. He's loving the way everybody's looking, reacting. It's good. I actually got
That's
to get
awesome.
over there and check on them, but I've been busy building a fucking chicken coop.
I was gonna say, dude. Now, I've seen bare bones pictures. I don't know if you plan on sharing the progress pictures, so I won't spoil it. But have you ever thought about perhaps starting your own business to being like, a contractor, building stuff, any carpentry stuff? Because you do a damn
I
good job, dude.
I mean, I've thought about it.
I would recommend it. Something, you know what? Maybe even something to do with Black Labs or something.
That would be a genius idea.
With
Jesus.
any, yeah.
So
Sponsored by
no,
Black
but
Lab Builders.
no, actually, man, so in true YAG fashion, I am building this thing in like I'm not making plans. I'm kind of looking at pictures for inspiration and grabbing a bunch of wood and throwing it together on site, going, okay, this is what I need to achieve, and this is how I'm going to do this affordably.
Okay.
So
So it's your YAG
yeah, it's just throwing shit
Johnny.
together.
Yeah,
Like,
the YAG Johnny style of so essentially because you've told people in the Discord, but you have not told everyone listening. So right now they just think you're a crazy dude straight out of jail building a chicken coop for no reason. But not only did you get saplings, but you've also gotten chickens. How many did you get?
it
Give
did.
us a little
So,
backstory.
well, the thing is we were, I don't know, we were having Sunday fun day, right? And just, I don't know, we got in the car and went for a drive, and it's like, oh, we better stop at Tractor Supply so I could see the chickens. It's okay. We'll look at the chickens. We left that said Tractor Supply with 6 chickens. Cool. I could handle that. Like, I know my buddy's got this small little chicken coop or whatever, and he's got 4 chickens. Like, how hard could it be? So I went to work Monday trying to, visualize how I'm going to, get some pallets and build this small little chicken coop. No big deal. And then Monday I get home from work and there's 6 more fucking chickens.
It brings
I,
me
in fact,
so
have
much joy.
created a monster.
I I cannot help but be thrilled because I'm living vicariously through you yet again on yet another mini thing. But also, I'm as far away from the situation as a person can get, so I can do nothing but enjoy the chaos of this.
It's insane. So I don't even have a kitchen.
I know.
I mean, we have our temporary makeshift, like this is where I clean my game kitchen. This is where I do all my processing and preserving and canning and yada yada kind of kitchen in my basement. Um But my house is a construction site. I have ADD and I do this for a living, so everything needs to get done. And everything needs to get done now, and then it ties into one everything. So yeah. So to have to build a chicken coop and on top of all of this is even better. So
Yes.
12
However,
chickens. No, I was
yeah,
actually super excited.
I was
So
gonna say it's super cool. I was gonna say at
to
least you'll save a fortune on eggs. It
to
doesn't really recuperate for a while though.
to come home knowing you to come home to 12 more chickens with have the woman knew she didn't have a kitchen, man. So this is her fault. Like,
Exactly.
I don't care. I'll build a chicken coop.
You're not the you're not the sole crazy one where she can go, Johnny, where's my kitchen? You bought a fucking chicken. She's like, I'm a part of this. Where's our kitchen? We got chickens, baby. Fuck it, let's do it together.
Yeah. Yeah. She full Johnny, man, full YAG.
Fuck yeah.
So ride
That's
it.
awesome, man. So for the chicken having audience that I am not one, but am jealous, what breeds did he end up going with?
Oh
If you can
shit.
remember. Mind you, you can lie to me and I'll have no idea. So it's all up to you to you could just be like, I got the yellow diddly
No, so
widdly
I
one.
can't tell you how many of what, but I do remember for the most part. We got Americanas.
How fitting.
Rhode Islands. Rhode Island something or others. Black sexies. What else? Hold on. I got mine is a sapphire gem. It's the
That's cool.
only one that we got. And then yeah, black sex link, not black sexies. Black sex links. Buff Orpingtons and the Americanas.
Buff Orbingtons?
Yep.
That sounds like Roy Orbison's bodybuilding.
Or ORPINGTON.
Interesting. So they're the Americanas. That's cool. Interesting that all of Americas get a breed, and then Rhode Island also just gets its own. Fucking Rhode Island, baby.
Rhode Island bound. Rhode Island bound.
I think Americana is my favorite. Maybe just because of the Offspring album. Or the Black Sexies, but you said those aren't real, which I'm disappointed by.
No, there are. It's Black Sex Link.
I know, but Black Sexies are so way better.
Well, that's what I'm calling them, Black Sexies.
Amen.
My sapphire gem, though, she's like, man, she's gonna be the pretty one. She's like blue or something. I don't know.
That's awesome.
She's got like a cool little marbling on her beak right now as a chick, so it's pretty.
That's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
You know what's super cool too, other than the eggs, obviously, I'm sure you have plans for the chicken shit and all the fun stuff you get to do with
check this shit out. This is we were watching videos, like I was like I told her when she moved in, like, I am never going to tell you no if you want chickens. I was just like, but we don't have a kitchen. Probably this year isn't the greatest. That was a year ago. I couldn't say no.
You shouldn't have said a year. You should have said years.
Yeah. So, and then, I had to learn how to get chickens because I couldn't say no again. You know what I mean? So I had to learn what to do for chickens. So we get the chickens in the first place, and I get a bag of pine bedding or whatever, and I didn't grab the bedding on the way out of the store. I left it there. So I went to myself. I was like, oh, fuck. You know what? I got to drive all the way back. I was like, I'm not driving all the way back there to get that. I was like, I got something around here I can use. It's fucking, they're chickens. How bad could it be? And I was like, dude, shredded cardboard. So I ran some cardboard through the fucking paper shredder. Beautiful bedding for chickens.
Oh, fuck,
and it's clean cardboard, and I'll take that shit and run that through the fucking composter too. Boom.
Hell yeah, dude. I use cardboard in my worm bins as half the bedding.
Fuck, yeah, so do I. Well, I won't use cardboard if I put compost in. So I just put a huge batch of compost in my thing, and they definitely don't need any brown right now for sure. So,
Okay.
But so I can't shred enough fucking cardboard to put out, and
sure.
how fucking stinky that's gonna get. But we were watching videos and came across this one. This girl was using hemp bedding.
Oh shit.
And there's like way less smell. It's fucking way easy to use. You don't have to stir it as often, and it's fucking compost just the same as fucking pine and everything else. And I was like, bingo. It's a little bit more expensive, but that's what the fuck we're gonna use, and then compost the chicken shit and hemp fucking right
Hell
on.
yeah, dude. That's gonna be some good shit,
So
dude.
I told her a part of like this building this fucking big ass chicken coop is gonna be, I'm gotta set something up. I'm gonna put my son who wants to work with me this summer and building a fucking compost pile out of
Oh hell
pallets
yeah.
and shit this winter or this summer. So
Hell yeah, dude. That's wonderful. That's gonna be some primo fucking compost too.
well, man, I'm hoping so.
You
I
gonna
just
run
want to
that
nail
shit?
it. Then
You gonna
take
run
that
some of that
compost
shit through
and
the worm bending?
fuck yeah,
Fuck, that's
man.
gonna be some castings.
I'm hoping to get to a point to make a larger worm area and then have a big fucking compost bin, especially with all these chickens now, and then get a bigger fucking worm area and then just boom.
Yeah, man, and especially with all the eggshells too that you can be adding to that worm
Yup.
bin to get
I
fucked.
told her we're gonna get something to keep under the sink, like a 5-gallon bucket for the food for the chickens. We'll keep a separate one for all the eggshells so we can roast those and then use fucking yes,
Yeah,
sir.
that's some good shit, man.
Yep.
Getting closer to closing the loop, man. I love it.
I mean,
It's
the cost is a little bit expensive up front, but having fucking chicken shit on my fucking mini farm here on my 1 acre fucking plot, that's huge, man. That's huge. It's gonna be upfront cost, but in the long run, yeah,
but
help close the loop.
it's also a lot more cost up front other than just the chickens because you have to combine a lot of upgrades and like projects that you would have had to do. Like you're doing a compost pile because you got to compost chicken shit, but you should have done a compost pile earlier. No, I mean not should have, but you could have. You know what I mean? Like you could stagger the cost
Right.
if you wanted to.
But there's only to that extent, there's only so much you can fucking compost on your own property.
Oh
You know what I
yeah,
mean? So
I
it's
mean
like I
for
don't.
sure.
I started so I got a shit ton of leaves. So I started the leaf mold, which I learned a lot from too. So have I touched on that? I think I did. Like
A little
what I
bit,
found
but
was I had too much sticks in the black bags. So if you're gonna do it, I like the idea. I did it right because I mowed everything, but I didn't pick up the twigs in the yard that had fallen too. If I had walked through and picked up most of the big twigs and shit and got all the branches so that when I like raked all the leaves together, it would have been so much better. But I had too much big twigs and stuff in there for the leaf, just had too much air to actually break down. But what was fucking touching, and actually I just was out there and it was going hot. Just making this beautiful black fucking, oh man. So I'm definitely gonna try that again, but don't have the twigs in there. Rake those up, put them in a black bag, give it a year, and oh my god.
when
So
you do that next, we should do a special episode where we talk about that and try and improve a bunch of like some of this organic recipes that we've said before, because I think there's some things that like, especially like I'd like to revisit the earth box, like some of the long-term stuff. I want to talk, especially with you and Grateful, talking about long-term, because you both eventually run into a cliff, right?
I have not found
but
mine
you
yet.
haven't. Yeah. And so that's what I'm curious about. Cause there's obviously, I ran into one, but I ran into one because I'm an idiot and top dressed with the wrong tote, which was pure fucking super hot compost and fuck that whole thing up, but Grateful ran into one. So it'd be interesting to see the difference. We'll have to, that's a whole nother episode, but the leaf mold, what I especially like about the idea of removing the twigs and stuff like that is when you redo it and you have that stuff, like, we've seen pictures of the little bits that did go right in your last one, and Dude, you can't buy that shit. I mean,
Fuck no, man.
dude, it's good shit.
I tried to take a picture of the stuff that I just checked on one of the bags, because what I did too is I opened up the bag and like got some water down in the bag too, and it was like sitting on the ground, so like the slugs and shit. And there's also, by the way, there's a fuck ton of slugs in my worm bin right now from all the leaf mold that I did put in there. So, and they're getting fucking huge too, because I was like, what are they fucking hurting? They're helping break shit down too. You know what I mean?
And now you've got monsters. You're raising monsters.
I got big ass slugs in my worm bin. I'm gonna have to get them out of there and put them
Dude,
outside.
you could put, I wonder how you do it in a worm bin, but you can trap them with like slug traps, like beer and shit. They'll go fucking crazy after it and fall into traps. But it would be interesting how you would set that up in a worm bin.
Yeah,
but there's got to be a way.
It's for sure. But yeah, so I tried to take a picture of the leaf mold, and because I grabbed this bag to like move it out of the way, because I was expecting to like leave it a lot longer, and I think it was my garlic. I was planting my garlic or something maybe, and I had it, and I was like, holy shit, this feels really warm. So I like put it in the wheelbarrow and started opening it up, and it was so like you could see it steaming up and getting really fucking warm and breaking down, and it was just black and fucking beautiful. I was like, yes, dude, there is something to this.
Oh yeah.
So
hell yeah, get a couple big trash bags of that. You'll be set for a nice long time.
Right on. And then I got a lot of grass in my front lawn that is just green, fucking overgrowing all the time. That quick growing shit that I'm going to try and rake up and use some of that too.
Oh, hell yeah.
Put that in the compost bin. Like there's shit around here, but laziness.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I think that's really, really cool. If you can get the compost of the chicken shit and all the inputs that it's already adding to your grow without even talking about the food and the fact that you've got, chickens now, which is awesome. I think it's really, really fucking cool. So I applaud you, dude.
I'm
color
excited,
me jealous.
Man. I'm excited. But best for last. Hella Jelly, we haven't touched on her.
Oh yeah, dude. She was re-vegging.
It was like everything kept throwing me a goddamn curveball with her. And she got the spider mites and more spider mites, and I just threw everything I could at her. So I've given her fucking what finally did it was chopping half the fucking plant back, and then as she looked healthier and healthier during these fucking constant trimmings, because she had so much vegetation on her, would help it was just bringing it back, and man, she's looking fucking great now.
Hell yeah, man. I'm glad to hear it, especially after
the capsaicin spray.
Yeah,
all the trimming and the capsaicin sprays, like as she looked healthier, I'd trim a little bit more to try and just get and keep on the fucking capsaicin spray in those areas, as in it finally, I'm not seeing any more fucking spider mites or thrips or nothing. It's fucking just, I think we're on one, man. So
fuck yeah, dude. I'm fucking glad. Yeah. Turning all the skill on. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking just rake it up this round.
I am throwing everything I could at it, because I mean, when most people would have went, fuck with all these spider mites, but I knew this plant, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I know what she can take, so I know how much I can torture her and how much she'll take, especially when she's happy and in veg. So getting her healthy was my main concern, and not like overdoing it, trying to kill the spider mites, and then I'm fucking like reversing it because it's like
poisoning the plant.
Exactly. Then I'm killing her and the bugs and everything else. It's like, nope, just keep the fucking, it's in the soil, man. Get your soil right. Keep her watered properly. Get her healthy. Let her get the nutrients. So I've got cover crop growing in there now, starting to fucking go, so I can chop that and put some worm castings in and just keep her healthy and going. And they'll fucking kick the shit out of those spider mites, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Well, and it's funny too, because nobody else, I mean, I gave some preemptive sprays to everybody else, but nobody else got unhealthy or got ridden with fucking spider mites. It was only her during the re-veg and the fucking shock and the unhealthy process from it. So
yeah, I mean, the electric going out, all that shit didn't do you any fucking favors. Every
No.
time she was trying to get back up, she got kicked.
Right.
So of course she can't fucking keep many pests off her.
Yep. But
They like easy tasks, man. They go for the easy ones.
for sure, fuckers. I think that's the point. And when you see something, when you're getting big problems, it's normally telling you something else. Like your plant isn't the fucking healthy. It's like normally you don't see bugs. I mean, you do outside, but if you're getting fucking Japanese beetles in your fucking tent, then that's something different. But normally you don't see too many fucking issues with your plant if the fucking plant is healthy, if it's got all its need, if it's not missing something. You don't see these fucking problems. They're just happy and healthy in nature, man. Now when they get sick and start to die, that's when fucking shit comes in and starts to fucking be like, okay, my turn.
Yeah, man. If it's not plant health, it's soil health, right?
Right.
Like something's out of whack that allows one organism to overrun the other, and like everybody who says right, balance. Yeah, it's all about balance in the universe, man.
Right on.
Fucking sucks. No, man. I'm really stoked because we're coming up on spring too, so I get to I've got my stuff growing outside. I don't have very much food. It's mostly just flowers and inputs and shit for the indoor garden because I have so many pests and shit. I just gave up. Right, the squirrels win. So I like to live vicariously through.
Your squirrels are like New York rats.
Yeah, dude, they're the best fed fucking squirrels I've ever seen. One of them fucking looked at Captain and started doing push-ups, and I was like, Captain, you best run.
Fucking squirrel.
Yeah, he's just staring like Captain. He's doing the jail stare, brah. Get to running.
Shit.
But
dude, so I'm about to roll this fucking strawberry milk and cookies. I finally fucking given it some
dude,
some time,
fucking
man.
Light it up.
So
and give me
I had the old man fucking come over, him and my mom come over for a fucking sesh, and I was like, dude, grab the smallest plant. So he's like, I don't want to fuck it up. Which one's the smallest plant? I was like, come on, dude. Anyways, it's the small one. Okay, which one? Okay, yep, you got it. Small one. So bring it over. We roll it up. First thing I do. Okay. Mind you, my grinder's dirty, so I'm sorry. Matt Fratt corrected me the other day as I was talking about grinding my weed. He's like, what are you doing? You don't grind your weed, you mill it. Good point. I have a flour mill, so I mill it, which is something I prefer to grinding because I smoke joints. And I like the way that, anyways.
No, go deeper into the milling versus grinding difference.
What I've found with the milling is you can put bigger fucking buds in there.
Okay.
And when it starts to, you kind of feel it gum up a little bit, and that's mostly a branch in there. So then you take that branch out and then you fucking mill it and you're done. It's way quicker. It's a way more consistent grind too. And in a joint, finding like the perfect grind size and rolling your fucking joint with it just seems like spot on. So I've found that with the mill. I wasn't really finding that with like a knife grinder, like a Santa Cruz or something like that.
Yeah. So I have two Santa Cruz shredders, the small and then the bigger one. But yeah, I mean, they're fine. They're whatever, right? But I've heard a lot of people talk really highly about the flour mill. And
so I will tell you, it is a little bit more consistent, and I do like the way my joints smoke with the flour mill. I like the way they smoke with other things too, but I found like I was packing cones a lot when I had a knife grinder.
Yeah.
But you were cleaning those motherfuckers at least every once or two times a week. Like, how often do you clean yours?
How often do I clean my grinder?
Yeah.
Why you got to put me on the spot like that, homeboy? I thought we were friends.
I'm
Just
serious.
kidding. I fucking dude. I would probably, if I did it once a month, I'd be on top of my game.
Okay. This I've cleaned it one time, and it was a Christmas gift for me in 2023.
Really?
2022.
Wow.
And I've cleaned it one time since then. So the way it works is it's not even about the knives. It's literally about milling. So my fucking knife on the top of the flour mill is so gummed up with fucking hash and fucking shit that I could scrape this off and probably get a nice little fucking ball to fucking puff on.
See, mine's not too bad.
Oh no, dude. See, but yours can't. That's the thing with the knives is they get gummy and then they won't grind.
Yeah.
That
No,
doesn't
it's a pain in the
happen. That's
ass.
why it's just exactly. It doesn't happen with the flour mill. So this thing is fucking dirty as shit. But it just keeps.
But it
fucking
still
going.
works. Yeah. No, that's pretty cool,
Keeps
dude.
going. It's when it was the last time it had to have been fucking a few months ago, and it was like, okay, I got to do something because this is just getting annoying. Like it gets into the hole because it lines up. There's like a peg and hole, mortise and tenon, and it's just fucking that was getting grummy. Whatever. I could have kept going, but I didn't.
Right
I was
on,
like,
man.
fuck it. I'll clean my grinder because I haven't yet. But that's the best part of that. Where was I?
Right on. That's pretty impressive.
Oh,
I don't know. I
Matt
interrupted you. Sorry.
Matt correcting me about the milling.
Yes. So your dad grabbed strawberry milk and cookies.
So he brought strawberry milk and cookies over, which I'm now packing into a joint.
Now this is the first.
And what
is this your first?
This is no. So
no, not right now. Right now, is this your first strawberry milk and cookies?
This is the first time I ever ran the strawberry milk and cookies.
Okay, fuck yeah.
So, he brings it over. I get it into the grinder, and now I'm looking. Okay, I was like, okay, that's weird. What the fuck is that? And then something Captain Autoflower and Monster talk about baby vomit terps.
Oh no, you got him.
I think, yeah, man. There's baby vomit and fuel.
Interesting. Like,
yeah, and there's a sweet fruit too. Nope, not. I can't. Okay. I can't pinpoint gas, diesel. There's definitely a twang to it, like the bitter, and a little bit of fruit. But baby vomit, man, and it translates well. Now,
does it taste?
It translates into the smoke too.
Okay,
it does, but the effects are nice, man. They're not couch lock effects by any means, at least off of this one. Which makes sense because she probably was harvested a little early during all the fucking stress and bullshit. Yeah. So it's nice. I'm fucking super happy with the results. I mean, I stunted the plant, so it was only this tall. The flour grinds up so nice, or mills up so nicely because it's really airy.
Yeah.
But it's easy to trim. Like every fucking fan leaf pulls right off. Everything else is just fucking throws in the grinder and it's fucking smoke, man.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I did make the mistake as I hung it up. It was really wet when he brought it over still, and it had been in the fucking dry tent for fucking a month. Jesus and it was Christ. Still fucking really moist. So I hung it up in the fucking lounge here for a fucking couple hours, and then I was like, I'm not going to bed and fucking leaving this thing hanging up. I was like, yeah, I threw it in a fucking tote that had a couple of other, I'll throw it in a tote plants. And then I was like, I got up the next day and I was like, fuck, I am trimming that because I am not letting another fucking plant I'll put it in the tote and never yep.
Go to hell.
And it already fucking taken so much. It was already like, oh shit. got it into jars, and it was just like that. That breath of fucking perfect because it smokes nice. The terps are fucking there.
hell
It's
yeah,
spot
dude.
on. It was like, oh, good, man. I fucking didn't go lazy on her, but I got 2 fucking jars out of it. So
Hell yeah, dude.
win.
Not bad for a
Mhm.
stunted plant. Daz does good
Mhm.
work. Thanks again, Daz.
Right on it. Thanks for the grow log. The fucking that or grow together. That shit's finally that's done and over with, right, man?
Oh shit, that's right, dude. I chopped. I think Klaus might. By the way, just so everybody knows, Klaus's birthday is this Sunday. So
Wait,
when you
isn't
see him,
yours?
yes, we share a birthday. How
Ooh.
funny is that? Unfortunately, I share a birthday with a German. I don't know if that makes me German by association, but I don't quite like it. No, I'm just kidding. Too close to Johnny on that one. Uh, the I had a joke I can't say now because I don't want to insult Klaus's country, but it involved Johnny. Happy birthday, Klaus. The
Happy birthday, frog.
I think yes, thank you. I think he might still be in it, but if I can plant here in the next 3 weeks, then it had never closed. We'll just keep running it. I wonder if Daz would believe that. Be like, hey man, it's still going open, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, I would never fuck.
That would be
No,
fun.
I'm gonna have to put a fucking lock on it and close it up.
Yeah, you
Sounds
are.
like you've got a plan for the next one started, a frog one. So
The frog one's
you need a
not.
page?
No, we have one. It's not a big one. The next big YAG one is gonna be with our buddy Alabrije, man. That's gonna be in the fall. So that one, you guys get excited. He's doing that the Canna Bonsai one that we talked about the last time he was on. Can't be the last time. It better not be the last time. But he's doing that in September, so we're gonna piggyback off that and run some Alabrije in the fall with him, and that'll be the YAG contribution. I know.
This episode is sponsored by Green Guy Genetics.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Alabrije is gonna
wait,
be
I fucked
pissed.
that all up. Oh
Yeah.
no. So BGG just did have his drop too. So shout out to
Yes, he
him.
did.
Seems like it was successful. He did send
He
me
sold
along
out.
some fucking his 1-to-1, man.
Oh fuck yeah!
That's gonna be some spot on medicine. We're gonna get into the fucking lineup here soon too, I am sure.
Oh
So
yes. He did his Frogception box set sold out. I believe everything he had. I think he had the Mac 1-to-1 that he sold out. But yeah, he's a great dude. So we're growing that right now. If you want to come join and grow some of BGG's frog strains or Alabrije's frog strains. That's the mini. It's not a biggest deal. It's just a vanity project for me, really. Just go in every day and see frog shit's kind of cool. It's the whole reason I'm here, Johnny. Now that you know that.
I accept you anyways.
Thank you. No, but yeah, it's pretty cool, man. But we'll do the Alabrije one in the fall, and that'll be stoked. So
Right on.
which will be cool because if you keep since you'll keep your tangy going and searching for that perfect cut, then that'll just count. So you're in it by default.
I'm excited, man. I've got so off of some stem rubs. I know you can't put too much stock into it, but I'm excited to see off of, like when I've fucking been in there and pulling leaves and bending over and snapping, and it's like, ooh, this is promising. So
Fuck
I'm
yeah, man.
excited. This hunt is gonna be fun. I've got to get some cloning going. So get some stuff outside. I really wish Hella Jelly was in a little more health to take some clones off of her, but yeah, man, I got a 2x4 that is sitting empty, so that's got to get filled. Man, it's so tough with outdoor season and fucking gardening and life
Owning your own business. Yeah, man. I think
oh,
you
that's
got
even
plenty
worse.
of excuses, brother.
So, but
what kind of jackasses both start their own business while hosting a podcast? Fucking idiots. You think any of the shit we say in
these
here
two,
will ever be used against us?
yeah, I don't think any of the shit we say in here is ever going to get listened to. So I
Right,
don't.
man. That's true. We're talking to ourselves. I often forget. No, man, that's some good shit. Do you have any idea what you want to put in the two? I'm assuming at this time with everything
So
going on with the
I
outdoor, you want to
know
do a
I got a
photo?
ton of stuff. I've got a ton of stuff I want to put in there. The problem is I can't justify the cost of another light, and my
Yeah.
light took a shit.
Oh
So
shit, it did.
yeah. I had gotten some like Amazon things. I was like really hoping they were going to turn out to be something other than pieces of shit, and they burnt out the first time I used them. So,
Dude, if you I have some Chinese shit lights. The
I think
but
that's
the
exactly what I had, and it's like I'd rather wait because
That
it's
makes
like I'd
sense.
rather than the focus on the lighting. I'd rather wait, get something I know is going to be something I don't have to fucking worry about. Like I'm pretty sure my Mars Hydro fucking FCE 4800 or what have you is the reason the tangies I got are so fucking stretchy in that tent. And
Really.
maybe some of the reason I'm getting some issues going on. I just don't think it's got. I just see different results out of that bar than I do with the 6. Like I think I got Vipar Spectres is what they are. They're 6 like 100 watts each in a 4x4. So it's like 3 in the back and 3 in the front, and that's how I run my other 2x4s. 3 of those, and it's a fuck ton of light, but they like it and they're happy
I was
with
gonna
it.
say, but those are not bad lights, man. I have those. God, well, I have one of those that Monster always recommended. The that
The Bloom Plus.
Yeah, I have one of those, and then I got one of the like a Maxi Sun. I have like four of those other shitty Chinese lights at the last company I worked for. Fucking, we did all like I have so many of those, and it's fucking both at my shop and here. It's ridiculous, but they're fucking cheaper online than they would cost for me to ship them to you. So I would dude, there's some decent ones on Amazon that you get you at least a year or two. They're not decent. Those are contradictory statements. Howling is fucking furious hearing me talk about lights, so I'm gonna stop. I don't know enough.
Thanks.
I know enough just to piss people off. So
Yeah, I know enough that I just don't want to buy another piece of shit. You
they're
know what I mean? So
yeah, but fucking lights are so expensive. It's wild.
it is. So at this moment, it's just like, all right, I got enough going on.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't want to think about it because I'm pretty sure this 4x4 is going to need to have that fucking Mars Hydro replaced too. So
I'm
I
sure
mean,
it's a bit.
that thing's what, 4 or 5 years old now? Shit. I think that's
Well,
the first light I got with my first 4x4.
I was gonna say though, but like, if you do need it, if you have a shitty light, you could at least use it as a mom tent. Because I was gonna say you're gonna need space for if you find a couple moms that you like
Yeah.
to further narrow it down. I don't know your plans, of course, but you know what I mean. It's always good to have the space, so you don't have to fill yourself to the brim. Is what I was saying.
I think I'm going to try the bonsai mom. I
Okay.
really want to get a fucking tray to grow from my prop tent.
Yeah.
I find it hard getting in. I love that tent so much to play around with it and everything else, but I find it hard to get in there and give everything what it needs. And I think I fucking tray to grow from the autopots. And then like you can put a fucking seed starter 72 cell tray on there and they can get what they need. And then you can put a 1 gallon fabric pot on there or whatever. It's like, yeah, I
You know,
think
I
that's
will
going to
say.
be my next investment other than lights because I can keep a mom in there and a fucking fabric pot and bonsai the shit out of her and not have to worry about watering all the time. And I think I'm going to do bonsai moms for
Fuck yeah,
now.
dude. That's pretty
So,
cool. I can dig that.
but I mean, right now it's going to be Hella Jelly that's staying around. And then hopefully a Tangy, man.
Yeah,
Definitely a Tangy.
we need a tangy for sure.
So, oh, and so I had lost all my cuts of Apple Dragon except for this fucking one. And I fail to mention this every time we're talking about my garden because this thing, it's like, I cannot believe it's still alive. First of all, it was I swear to God, it was like the first one, it was like the runted plant. I had to like pop its fucking helmet off, and I think I snapped most of its fucking head, and then it still gave the first true leaves after losing like half of its cotyledons and shit when I snapped its head off in the beginning of life. And then it just so happens that when all this gardening shit was going, or the electrical shit was going on, I didn't have time to worry about the fucking Apple Dragon clones in my prop tent. So I was like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah,
At
they were
the
lowest
end of that
priority.
all, at the end of that all, the one had a little bit of fucking green life in it at the very fucking like bottom of the plant. I said, no shit. Dad, take note of fucking 000. When you're fucking trimming this thing up, because I want to know which one I'm smoking of her, because I think this thing might live. Well, then the spider mites and everything else, and this thing is just like barely a fucking glimpse of a twig sticking out of the ground with a green leaf. I'm like, fuck, well, this is fun. Whatever. Who cares? It might work. I wasn't anticipating saving them, but kind of cool. Well, this thing's fucking kicking along too, right along next to Hella Jelly, man.
Hell yeah.
I
dude.
am not fucking kidding. It's like, I think it's actually going to survive. It's got like a few different spots with like 3-finger leaves starting to try to come out of this little fucking twig in the ground. It's like fucking fascinating to see.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
So I'll have to post a picture in the fucking Discord.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
So yeah, that's fucking dope. But man, it is Sunday. Why don't you hit us with a sermon?
Yeah, man. Shit, I should have prepared. No, I'm just kidding. Mine's pretty simple, man. Be wary of anyone who keeps talking about how much they are for the plant while taking your money. It's always curious that it's often the first to sell out, right? But don't be a dick. Mind your own business and go with Frog.
Yeah, I just want to touch on that too. That's why we fucking
fucking
joke around about sponsorships, man. It's because, I mean, YAG way is like, I feel like you can lose a part of what your word, man, when you get into sponsoring. So, not everybody does, but just fucking pay attention, man, because even the best of them, even like fucking, you listen to Joe Rogan, man, and listen to his fucking, it's like, I can't trust what you're saying now. I want to, you know what I mean? But
my theory on it is as simple, right?
Trust the community.
Consider the source, trust the people, and if you get paid by, let's say, a light company, right? Whatever, that's fine. You let us know. That just means that I can't trust your opinion on lights. That's nothing against you as a person. You just took, right? Like that. I'm not talking shit on them just for taking money.
That's exactly what it is, man.
But then when that person then thinks that because they're, it's like, well, why won't you take my opinion on lights? Well, you got paid by a company, so why would I? But yeah, man, there's nothing against taking money. I just want anything like that.
For me and YAG, I just want to be able to fucking say whatever the fuck I want to say.
Yeah,
well, we're gonna not feel guilty about it, because even that, you like, your sponsor finds out and you lose money because you said something honest, and then now you're not making fucking money because I don't know, man. It's just, it's not. We do this podcast because it literally is about the plant, and it's becoming more and more about other plants and just fucking the YAG tree, man, and fucking community. And
yeah, man,
it really should be about the fucking community. And
it's all about our friends, and that's why I like doing it, right? We don't worry about anything but our bullshit fun. Also, amen. I mean, I will one thing that I think people should remember, right? You don't have a right to be some kind of fucking content creator, right? Like, it's a pretty silly thing to fucking think people are taking money out of your pockets if they call you out on some bullshit.
Right.
Fucking here's my ending thought of all that. Call YAG out on YAG shit.
Word.
Adios, motherfuckers.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Peace.